the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Mino kasa die domkuma no eni abrepa a enye asem kotwa ni nyina eye acting chief justice a ye ba be vete no na afi ya je no atum se ampa afi de ono ena eye Ghana yen chief justice na eno ena domkuma no kire se asem no atimi akwa akopie mu ewo court sanso ena ECOWAS court enso guso a ye di asem no a ye nyanwe nti esiden ena mutini edidate ba say yemvete acting chief justice ye rapport bafo boni na omra be chief justice no be chief justice we na ECOWAS court bu asem ne say yemfa maame no ensign Messi so as chief justice no my Ghana ye ne dey impo Ghana ha court nso bu say yemfa maame no ema Messi so a na ye ne dey nti me no e ka say the minority no e ya dey say one etimi afali motion the Aquacoma Speaker of Parliament here, Abansmana Kinford Babin, said Gentimi and proceedings of the appointment committee are one reason. And I say, case until say court no ebetimi akana sem na wiedie. And now dear say you want ebetimi atnas and I want etimi averti yura justice for Bafuboni. Minoka say dear. Aya ni gisem ede ama ye mami get through Torkornoo because eyade se we din kan kra ede akwa akopie mu e wo court se ye nhoti proceeding no nanso majority no enya one adwen se one ebetie me no ka say de minority no so se ompene ne empene tena na de enkonkotie
Jamu brashe bedwafie na akopie mu adom kuma no wani abrese krodom wo amoso amoma ho kwan na ma ho kwan kyena say justice bafu boni yambra ne ma ne veteran yemisa bisa ne sensem na afa yeso ne muduro hwesa de be ya wo be yetemuafo panyini ewo mayi emu eti watoro krata a wodi si pampim say won tiase na ntiase kyena na de krata ni mu no mse atekre 110 cross 1 ena 125 127 ka ho ena 144 cross wine ni nyina ka acha se ate Chris ne de o makika bebre na abom o se amamra ni nchiama ye tintim na afia pam ankono aduokunu mienu etia de wo mamu brahye bedwafie wo peso wo ye no panyini wo mototo na no sa de be abroi puma kwa mu a wo betimi aba no abetem afo panyini wo mamu na dom kuma ni kiremu a wo mozi asem bi wo woni wo adanse utumi twa wo bi na de ya adanse asem a ye ka ma me get through Torkornoo ekwan ya fa so ewro ne ka bofa na beti asem yakwa koduru ECOWAS kotu ama mpanyifo ye mu twetwemu kro mo nka nwieye no mo nka nwieye asese ye pre ho na nipa foforo ba bedi na de na ne ka na kira na se de na de enkwai na ye nsentro ne wode na ne adi nsem na achi wo hina mponsa kakabo ye na ne twetwe nkomo sile ma akwa ba na yewe o asese asem na kwa kosisen
Yo kumi sani ya udi kan ya no mema eye etiefo nyina akwaba edeba eye Ghana maso budget na woni mu se business committee won share no asie no de ababe to gas the committee appointment committee ni wo share na watoto yewura justice for Bafuboni ano na wajine to person mampende John Dramani Mahama oboni de se ne omra no mehwechi se eye chief justice nanu enamrase bujafo enipa makomako nsina wone ewo edom kuma no afa eno atron kata na wode abre speaker na sanewbo ebinya yewura kwame animedi enchi ono na woye asante achim central mashibegani ato yewura John Daku so amemba shibegani ato ye mame Gloria owusu ono ogina mo no manfo wo tobo ye mame Damata apienima ono noye etija kwabre south in mashibegani Alhassan Suleiman Sampuli ono ye kujegu in mashibegani anafe ne kwakra no neura kabena boatia ono eye edweso mashibegani safo yi na watwira krata emojina dom kuma no afemu na wode akoma speaker se eni eseseye a wona ahye se wono baba betoto eye opini no ano no mashibegani edi kan woni dai ni nyina ento afi woni increase committee no so wo individual bia yet eni ediso enso no se mashibegano entry the attorney general Dr. Dominic Ayeni Embra number 3 mu foto nsemu a ni nyina ye tabiri ade aso amagana no eni pa na kwakoduru emo se ye kan ECOWAS court so a nsemu a ye ma no de nsemu akwakodan sa court ni DNA woman as I saw mine it's an assess I share a articles and who are on our site including Article 9 57 nothing I will go about so you pay will say or Papa Kosum or mine or Fabia. Now say be a court on Simbi S. Sanka, any Pacono, and now say, China points and no one. Or was it me a can and once a minute and Sana, Yapagano, and any pay here. One actual clatter at their breath speaker, no, they are about dying on Massibigan, say one channel, one change in one summer walking. Where you depends here. After Numa washes and Massibigan also obey at the moment. Hey, Makumako Insia, near Kamupa and the set, I can make a number Chichimu and Pancha and Massibigano, and a gun Humina, and Brahudua announced court cases are Hudua, Yasua of war minus, and I can say the real court cases now. Or my gun, I said, say it's a customer or how bad and better or man. Yes, I'm in my way in India, the commander said, and they are very, it's a basso.
Yeah, that on every man and Kawasan Kabaso.
Yeah, so we share a business committee arrangement and now was just a mono. Now, as I said, that's a basso, now, so no, and you may be some kind of name and no me and basso. I pay your buyer no, near you were the leader of government business. You were Mahama Yaragadia to just so she more that you may say the November 10th November no. The Chef Committee, the appointment committee this year. Now the Mukumane woman, the Mukati woman, and Obibiara was in Viano, and Kawon Pambra, now committee non pass, and Nanka one shake the now one pet, the Pumas Bre and Son of Betino, Ambassador Bosumia, the Basin Abra, a now so many Nana there. The appointment committee now what is the sense and a Coseno, and now say the party here, the word of Mukumana, and what you say, Sami in Ukrano, and say a basso, let's say, you know, Nisha, Na Yesa, and Yamano, and Sana, one upper so opening.
Leeway to
they are creating an impression that they can make the court weak. That's the impression they are creating. From how they have hounded out the Chief Justice, how they so determined to get rid of her, and the way they have manipulated the entire system. Listen, 3 petitions were filed. We are told by the Council of State that they found prima facie evidence against the Chief Justice. So a referral is made to a committee made up of some judges and other eminent citizens as provided for by the Constitution. And what did we hear? Upon completing the hearing of one petition, and the committee is setting a date for the second petitioner's petition to be heard, the second petitioner's lawyers caused a letter. The second petitioner's lawyers wrote to the committee asking for a long date. Which means they were not even ready. They who had petitioned were not ready for their case to be heard. Out of the blue, a report is prepared and sent to the president. You gave the person on the 15th that come for the hearing of the second petition. On the 2nd, a report was already prepared. Within 2 hours, Chief Justice is removed. Read in between the lines.
Last week, Ay3de was in the same scene.
And what did he say?
I asked him the same question. He says he was also given the same timeline to file the addresses.
I'm not talking about even the filing of addresses.
That's not what you're referring to.
No. I'm not going into that one. I am saying that you referred 3 petitions. The committee was seized with 3 petitions. With respect, Ay3de is my very respected senior. In fact, he inspired me a lot at the bar. And I would always respect him. He knows that. I know that. We have respect for each other. But I know that senior Ay3de, wearing that legal hat that I so much respect him for, would argue any day against the conduct of the committee within the context of receiving 3 petitions, refer to them, and they're saying that they are done with one, so they are done with their work. What they have done has basically rendered the 2 other petitions odious.
Yeah, of course. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, is it?
You think so?
I mean, if they found her guilty on one, it's enough, isn't it?
Oh, so the others don't matter. I'm saying that I want lawyers who have practiced the law, and we respect them for that, to state publicly for posterity to record them, and we'll make reference to them someday. In any event, again, listen to something. My Lord Bafuboni, who is the beneficiary of all of this, was in a hurry to abridge time for the hearing of the injunction applications. Whereas in the substantive matter, he was not in a hurry to hear them. Did you see what the Attorney General filed? Now asking for extension of time. Meanwhile, there is a nomination before Parliament for Parliament to vet and approve. And then you have a case at the Supreme Court. And I'm making this appeal to all the judges at the Supreme Court.
That
they should know that now it is they, the courts, that are undermining the very rule of law. Because
how exactly?
One of your colleagues, a matter is before you. You know that it affects her rights. You were in a hurry to hear the injunction applications, and you determine it. There's a substantive matter that touches on the law. You could use the same haste to determine it. Why are they still in abeyance? Why is the Attorney General refusing to file the necessary processes and is now asking for extension of time? In the ECOWAS court, processes that were filed, the AG has still not filed a response. Why? So you want to shut your eyes on them, quickly put in Bafuboni, so then you've rendered everything nugatory. That's what you want to achieve.
But these same accusations were leveled against Torkornoo.
That's what did she do?
That in cases that suited her,
which
she
cases
quickly had it quickly.
Specifically?
In fact, in one of the petitions against the CJ,
yes,
they mentioned one of the exactly.
But
was a case in point.
Hold on. What did she do wrong in the Afenyo Marking case? A constitutional matter of that urgent nature had been occasioned by a pronouncement by the Speaker. Government business had been stalled, and you don't think that a constitutional court had the bona fide responsibility in that circumstance to consider and determine the matter? I'm surprised. Why those arguments? People trivialize everything. In any event, what was her interest in the Afenyo Marking case against the Speaker? What was Torkornoo's interest? The Chief Justice, what was her interest? Did she have any interest personal to her other than the Constitution?
The accusation is that she had an MPP interest.
Oh, come on.
That's the accusation.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. So Bafuboni also has an NDC interest. That is why he was in a hurry to empanel, to abridge time, to determine the injunction, get them dismissed, but the substantive matter, she will shut his eyes on it. I'm waiting on when my Lord Bafuboni would empanel the court to look into the substantive matters, those by the Chief Justice herself and other civil society organizations, even the High Court.
You're saying
even the High Court one.
You're alleging that they actually Bafuboni slowing down this particular case to advance his own personal interest
by his conduct. It's obvious. By his conduct, but otherwise, what is he waiting for? The matter is before you. Why he has the responsibility to empanel. In any event, there's also another matter. The one challenging the warrant of a removal at the High Court. You know, the Attorney General has made a referral to the Supreme Court for interpretation. Why has that one not been heard? Why are they not adding speed? This is not the first time. You refer to the matter of Afenyo Marking as that the court was in a hurry. In the Eyi Mensah case, my Lord Atuguba was the president in that 7-member panel. In the Zanato case, where a referral was made to the Supreme Court challenging suitability to contest as a member on the ticket of the NDC. It was expeditiously considered. All right? So it is not the first time that a court has looked at the circumstances of the case and decided to waive the timelines for the filing of processes, even under Bafuboni himself, my Lord Bafuboni himself. All the injunction applications, he waived the requirement for 14 days.
On the subject of the removal of the CJ.
Let me conclude on that.
Briefly.
He waived the requirement for that 14-day notice where you have 7 days to receive and then file an order. He waived it within days. 3-4 days, the matter was heard and determined. With respect.
On that subject of the removal of the CJ, you've said, quote, the removal of the Chief Justice lacks transparency. The so-called Puaman report remains a secret document, and we, the minority...
But have you seen,
I'll come to that. We, the minority, shall not relent on our demand for a copy and full disclosure of this report. What's the progress on this?
Oh, we have all our cards on the table. We'll make known to the country how we intend proceeding on it with time.
How exactly?
Step by step.
You said this some time back.
We are in Parliament.
What processes do you plan to activate?
We have the rules in Parliament.
To get this?
Don't worry. You will get to know.
Because it is now the preserve of the president.
Don't worry.
It was given to him.
We'll use appropriate rules provided for by law to demand for...
But there's no precedent for this, right? The last time anybody was removed under Article 146, I don't recall that the full report was published.
It doesn't matter. Let us invoke the law. There's always a first time.
Also because the process must be in camera. So the entire constitutional architecture was designed to keep it in secret.
So that the public legitimate expectation to know.
Well, until review the constitution,
you see,
it is a law.
No, you see, that is, with the greatest respect, a rather myopic way of interpreting that provision. Yes, in camera, to the extent that you want to ensure some decency in the manner you handle the matter. But if it is in the public interest, the public interest rule will require that the citizens are informed. If you say misbehavior, stated misbehavior, and therefore the woman should lose all her entitlement, lose her office and all. Any stakeholder in an enterprise like this would want to know. And that is a legitimate demand and nothing more. So I think that it is appropriate, especially...
But you're dealing with the constitutional provision.
Especially I'm saying that the constitutional provision must be interpreted.
So you're going to Supreme Court?
In a manner... Oh, you still want...
Because you use the word interpreted.
You want to...
Once you use that word...
But you are interpreting, somebody is interpreting. Those who are interpreting it, giving meaning to it, haven't gone for court.
So will you go to the Supreme Court?
Please, I'm saying that there are rules of procedures. There are ways to get answers. We would explore that, rather respectfully and decently.
Will you vet Bafuboni?
Oh, all our cards are on the table. We'll get there. Including
not vetting him and boycotting the vetting. Because you are the ranking on that. You are the vice chair.
Boycotting is out.
So categorically, you will not boycott his vetting. We will not
boycott it. Anybody who is expecting us to boycott, I say here and now, we will never boycott it.
So what will you do instead?
We will do what is right. He himself must know that there is a Chief Justice. He himself must know